I finished about 5 different sketchbooks in the past few years, and with that I thought it would be fun to start like a new little mini series where I bring you guys along the journey of how I plan on finishing sketchbook number 6. So right now I'm swatching some markers because I want to try my hand at those really nice, intricately done, not even intricately done, but just like fully done traditional sketchbook pages. I follow a lot of people online that do them well, so I was like, I think I should give it a try. I think they look really, really nice, and though I'm like obsessed with digital art at the moment, I still do want to practice my traditional art. So that's why I'm going ahead and I'm just going to swatch all the colors that I think I need first, because I don't really do that. I kind of just wing it, and that will mess up the process, trust me. So these are all the colors that I think I'm going to use right now. So like I was saying before, this series is about how I plan on finishing my sketchbook. So this right here is actually an old sketchbook page that I really wasn't going to finish, but I knew when I started the sketchbook page, I really did love it, and I really wanted to finish it and actually continue it with like my other family, but I'm probably not going to do that. So today I was like, you know what, I will hunker down and finish the actual page first. Now on the left is the first drawing that I did that led to me doing the second drawing. I actually think I do finish this drawing in the recording, but I can't remember. So firstly, what I'm doing here is I'm getting all the smaller details out of the way, because I noticed that when people use markers, they kind of work in a cell shaded type of style, and I think that makes it look really, really nice. I mean, other people do very blended marker art, but I think I prefer the more cell shaded look. I'll put a couple examples on the screen, but there's this one artist, I'm pretty sure their name is Peach Colt, and they do really, really nice marker pieces that I think look really, really cute. So that's something that I want to try to get more into this year, so hopefully this is the start of something great. And if you haven't noticed already, these are me and my sister's Call of Duty skins that we use. I think hers is called like Ethan, and then she got like an upgrade on it because she won in the actual COD mobile game. And then I can't remember what mine is called. It's like Gorp something, like Neon Gorp or something like that. And honestly, truthfully, I'm not even good enough, I feel like, sometimes to be having this neon skin. That's why I'd be like low key camping, but I think it really does work to my advantage. Like when I really do want to try hard, like I can really be a try hard. But truthfully, I'm like any other person who's won this skin, I know they're probably like, this neon green person sitting in the corner sniping people for what? But when it comes to my method of using the markers, I'm very slow. Like, you guys don't know, this footage is sped up like 3 times, which is so insane to me, because I feel like watching this back, I'm like, this is the slowest footage ever. And the fact that I was even slower than this in real life is insane to me. But it's because like markers and any sort of traditional type of material, it's pretty permanent. I feel like you don't have the freedom in traditional art that you do with digital art. And I think that's also why I fell in love with digital art, because I'm a very slow artist, and I feel like you can kind of be a little bit faster with digital art, or I realize that I am way faster with my digital art than I am with my traditional art. Now, that being said, I've only been doing digital art for about a few years now, seriously, and maybe if I like actually practice a little bit more, I could probably work my like traditional art muscle up until the point that my digital art muscle is at, but I'm just like not super interested in it. But I do hope with this sketchbook series that I find another little traditional aspect of art that I do enjoy doing multiple times a week, or at least multiple times like a month. I really don't work in my sketchbook the way other people do, and I think I would love to start. Now, I feel like I had like a limited amount of colors, but what I did try to do is make sure that there were light and darks. So that's why you see me kind of layering up the same color markers and then finding a marker that is slightly darker than it, because I didn't want it to be too stark, but I did want it to be obvious that there is a shift in color, because this is a robot. It's an entirely like metal suit, so there needs to be a nice variation in color. Now, I think the camera picks it up very, very well, but I think in real life, it could have been a little bit better when it came to the color switch. Now, this background was so annoying. If you look on the left, like in the corner, you can see that the purple background works for that color suit. For the neon green suit, the purple background works. But for this suit right here, I feel like you can't really tell on camera that these colors are not that close together. I feel like in real life they look a little bit less close together, but on camera it literally looks like I'm using the base color of the robot to make the background. And then this marker ran out and I was like, this is so dumb. This is another reason why like I can't stand markers, because I feel like they randomly run out and you just don't know which marker is dry or not, because it'll start out so juicy and then the next thing you know, the whole marker has ran out. And I'm like, do I just leave it to replenish it? Like, does it just need to be replenished, or is it just like done forever? But I digress. I then went in with this, I think it's like a green mossy color, because I was like, okay, well, let me try to save it and use kind of like a similar color of the suit on the left page. But honestly, once it mixed with this purple, it became this entire like mess, and I just kind of left it to dry and moved on to the next part. So this was a white marker, and this marker was trash too. I'm having a whole lot of issues. At first I used my like jelly roll pen, the really famous like jelly roll pens. That didn't work. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this white marker pen. And on camera, guys, it's picking up very, very well, so I'm happy about that. But when I tell you in real life, it was like water. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is not showing up at all. So I just ended up going over it like 4 more times. And I think I also used a white color pencil, and then that helped a lot. So then when it came to these title cards, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like an outline color and make it like super thick and bold word art. But obviously I put down the pink color first, thinking I was going to be able to go over it again with the black color like an outline, and that didn't work. So I just did all black, and I went over it again with paint markers. I didn't want to have to use any other marker in this project, but I had to, because like obviously my idea didn't work before. So I just ended up using these paint markers. I actually got them from Temu, and they work really well. I feel like for a Temu paint marker, I think the whole pack of like, I think it's like a pack of 12 or maybe a pack of like 14. They were like $5, I'm not gonna lie, and they actually worked very, very well. So if you're looking for some cheap art supplies, shout out to Temu. Then I went on to color the actual like character for my sister, like how she looks in real life versus her COD skin. And I think this was my least favorite part, because I'm just not good at it, but I kept it super simple with the shading and the hair colors and stuff like that. And then I went over it again with all the colors just to kind of make them more smooth, because like I said, I'm not that good at markers. I'll get better at it one day. And this was like really, really small. I feel like if you're going to like practice something, it's better to do it a bit bigger, just so you can get a better hang of it. And also I recommend erasing your pencil lines, because I didn't erase my pencil lines and they smudged over the entire thing. Like everything down to like all of our Call of Duty skins to our like face cards just had pencil smudges, and I just wasn't thinking about it in the moment to erase them. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people do erase them eventually, or they'll like go over it with a colored pencil and then erase that, and then the marker won't smudge the colored pencil as bad. Oh, and pro tip, black people have light colored palms. All you people out here drawing black people with these dark colored palms, like maybe it's a stylistic choice, but black people do not have dark colored palms. We have light colored palms, okay? Because the palm is lighter than the skin color. Then this was my favorite part. I'm pretty sure this was just the last part. I left it for last because I just knew it was going to make the drawing pop. I went in with a black colored pencil over the entire piece to bring out any of the details that I saw. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, my reference photo was very, very small. Like, it was super duper small on my computer screen, so I was really kind of like assuming the details when it came to this robot. Now I'm be honest with you, I've never seen my sister use the Call of Duty skin, because I didn't download that map. I didn't download that season, so I literally have never seen her in this actual Call of Duty skin. So I had to look it up online because I knew what it looked like. I just never seen her use it. And then when I had the reference photo, it was super small. So I was really just making up a lot of these details, especially when it comes to like the hand area in the abdomen, like the lower abdomen area. I was making all of that up because I had no idea what it looked like under there. I also see a lot of other artists do this, where they'll use a similar hue of color, just it'll be a different, sorry. They'll use a similar value, but it'll be a different hue. I think that's right. I think that's what it is. Like, it'll be a dark blue on a light blue surface instead of just using black. So I really like when people do that, so I decided to do that a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but I did use like a darker blue color on the gray area to kind of bring out those pops of color. And I kind of just go in and out. Like I said, I was making up a lot of these details, but the actual colored pencil, the black colored pencil, did make it pop a lot. So definitely love that I did that in the end. Also, if you'll look on her legs, it's like, see how I add a little bit of blue on the metal? I've been doing that a lot in my art. I feel like my art tends to have really boring colors, and I hate that. Like, that's one of the things I hate about my art, is that I'll just do the more quote unquote realistic color when that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. You can literally use almost any color for anything, and as long as the values are right, then it'll look fine. So I went in with some like blue over top of the actual gray metal to kind of make it a bit more intriguing to the eye, almost kind of like how skin or fur will have subsurface scattering. And that's pretty much what I did across the whole entire piece. And once I was done with all the black line art, I was finished. Like I said earlier, I did go back and finish my side of the Call of Duty page, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the way it turned out. I think it turned out way better than I thought it was, and I'm actually happy that I hunkered down and actually finished the sketchbook page. And this is your reminder to go and finish the things that you started, because I was not going to do that. I was just kind of going to leave it up in the air and just never think about it again. But every time I flipped through my sketchbook, I saw it and it haunted me. So hopefully I'll do more of these in the future. I definitely will, and my marker skills will definitely improve. And I hope you guys like this video, and with that, I will see you guys in the next one.